A lot of money in there. Holy shit balls. Ooh-wee. All right. And then we hobbled on out of there. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What an absolute masterpiece of a game. Red Dead Redemption 2. We played through all the main storyline missions. We played mostly honorably. The honor bar was full for Arthur. It was getting there for John as well in the epilogue. What a massive, massive game. I don't know how many hours I put into that storyline. I'll have to go tally up the streams. But, wow. Definitely got your money's worth out of that game if you bought it, I'm going to say. The gunfights, fantastic. The characters, the voice acting, the motion capture, all top-notch in this game. The people who played the characters did, I think, a phenomenal job. This game had so much atmosphere and pulled me in so completely when I was playing it. I was so in this world the entire time. It's so rich with just body, you know, that body of the story that you want, the meat that you can sink your teeth into. Just amazing. The mission, the controls are gooey as hell. The controls are squishy. The controls are fumbly. The horse controls especially are particularly aggravating sometimes, but it's all very forgivable, especially if you're used to Rockstar Games. If you played Grand Theft Auto 5, you know the kind of squishy controls I'm talking about, where sometimes it's just hard. It seems like the slower you go in these games, the harder it is to control. I don't know. Be sure to let me know in the chat, in the comments, if you're watching in the future, what you thought of this game, if you saw the whole playthrough especially. Whether you played through it yourself or whether you saw me do it. I'd love to know what you thought of it. Highly recommend this game to anybody who's wondering if they should buy it or not. I think you should. It's got everything you could want from a Western, I think. There's train heists, there's stagecoach robbing, there's bank vault blowing up with dynamite, moonshine out in the country. You can go hunting animals for days. You can buy yourself a prefab house in the town and a barn and become a rancher. You can save other ranchers from bandits. You can be a bandit and rob people's homesteads. It's massive. This map is huge. There's tons to do in it. The soundtrack as well. The soundtrack, the songs in this game, especially those few particular times where they played a song while so-and-so, whoever was on their way back to some other town, and there'd be a song that played. So good with the music. The music, even when you're walking around in those gunfights, like at the end there, climbing up the mountain, the music was amazing. It all comes together so well. There's a lot to come. The multiplayer's on its way for this game at some point. I hear that it got delayed from its original planned release date, which I think was today or yesterday originally, but they've put that off. I'm curious to see. It'll be interesting to get out there and build your own ranch. That's right, y'all. Like Nowhere Man says, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the playthrough. Appreciate everybody who joined me for it. Those watching, catching up in the future. If you're watching in the future, thanks for catching up with my playthrough. You can click the playlist tab on my channel, youtube.com/gamingmike's channel, for more playlists of more games. That's what we like to do here. Go through the storyline of the games. Give them a good solid playthrough, start to finish. Shucks, this one was massive. This one was massive. What a game. I'm tempted to play through it again and do it all dishonorable. You know, be the wolf instead of the deer. Because I do stream regularly Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to start playing a bit more Fallout 76 on the channel. But I would like to do a few more streams of this game with some side quest cleanup and go out and see some of the Easter eggs that they've hidden all over the map. Things like that. It ought to be good for some entertainment value. That ending, though, interesting way they broke out the ending. There was Chapter 6 was the big ending for Arthur. And then 2 chapters of epilogue with John Marston. I felt like that cut into the impact of Arthur's end a little bit. And it did wrap up there at the end. But it didn't... it wasn't as satisfying as I wanted it to be. I wanted more satisfaction out of that. But that's okay. It's an interesting way to tell the story with that epilogue break. It was quite a bit of game after the end of the game, you know? Those of you that are new on the channel today, feel free to subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch or Mixer, feel free to follow over there. And hit that bell button. Make sure it's got all notifications on, not just occasional. Sometimes you have to hit the bell button twice, depending on what YouTube's doing that day. But for notifications, hit the bell button until it tells you all notifications on. And that way you'll know when I go live. Shout out to each and every one of these voice actors, though. Everybody in this game did just a fantastic job. Voice acting top notch. What a huge cast. So many little side missions and things in this game. In Rockstar Games in general. There's entire characters and storylines that you could just never even experience in a complete playthrough. Game of the year? I don't know. It's a strong contender, that's for damn sure. Spider-Man was also pretty good. Spider-Man was also pretty good this year. I like Fallout 76, but I'm thinking of this game more in terms of story. Fallout doesn't have, from what I can tell so far, the same level of story involved. I really, really, really liked the story in this game. What a Western. Oh, God of War 4 was really good this year, too. God of War was a fantastic story as well. It was not nearly as long as this game, though. God of War was only like 12 hours to play through. This was at least 40, maybe 50. I still need to count it up. The songs they picked for this game were, well, some of the songs were written for this game, weren't they? But yeah, they nailed it with the music. Nailed it. What a game. I'm glad I got it. And thanks again to everybody who watched me play through it. Quite an experience. Hopefully you all enjoyed it as well.
All right, John Marston. Since you bought this millstone around our necks, we better try and keep this place going.
I paid our debts with that money. I
want to talk about that money. And no more of that...
It's over.
But we got a big treasure chest.
I'm sure. Then get to work on this ranch you own and raising your boy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you being sarcastic, John Marston?
Holy cow, look at that money. 20,000? Nice.
Good.
Anyway, I thought you liked this place.
No,
yeah,
John, I
Abigail.
Don't like it. I love it. It's home.
Oh, well, Abigail, I'm glad that you're happy. Just for shits and giggles. Ah, watch your head, John. Wow, survived. I thought that was going to kill him. I'm going to wrap up the stream there, y'all. Thanks to everybody who joined me. Appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. And don't forget I stream regularly Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you'll join me again for a live stream. Thank you very much, and good night.